Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Leila and today I'm happy to present to you my 75 hard video. So for 75 hard days I was fasting, I was exercising twice a day, I was drinking 4 liters of water or something like that, and I am now, I think it's been 2 weeks since I have completed this challenge, and I kind of like was moving, and also I wanted to give it some time before I share with you my experience to see how I will do after completing the challenge. So basically it's been 2 weeks since I have completed it, and I just want to share with you how has it been. So yes, the secret is out. I was thinking maybe I should like keep it till the end, like did I complete it or not, but honestly, let's just put it out there. I did. I completed it. I made it, and I'm so proud of myself. It was one of the hardest challenges I have ever done. I actually am not the type of person to do these sort of things. I always felt like it's alpha male BS. So without further ado, let's begin. Let me share everything that I have to say about this challenge. So how did I find out about this challenge? So one day back in May, I was on YouTube, and YouTube recommended me a video from Mia Sayoko, a YouTube creator who has like millions of followers, so you probably know her. And I saw like a video about 75 hard challenge. So this is the first time I've ever heard about it in May this year. But apparently it has been around for some time and a lot of people know about it. I was like, I've never even heard about it. If YouTube wouldn't have recommended me that video from Mia Sayoko, I wouldn't even know that this challenge is a thing. So I watched a video and it was really motivating and inspiring. And at the time I was dealing with weight loss challenges from taking antidepressants for 2 years. So antidepressants made me gain weight. I was, since January, like I stopped taking them, or like the end of January, sometime in February. So since then I was like really working hard to lose weight, and it was just not going away. I gained 15 kilos while using antidepressants, and I didn't even know it until I went to the doctor, endocrinologist, and like I found out that I gained 15 kilos from the last time I remember weighing myself. It was shocking. I knew I gained weight, but I didn't know that it was 15 kilos. So yeah, ever since I found out, I was like, okay, that's it. Like I know that the reason is antidepressants, because my friend pointed it out, because she was also taking them, and she told me, just like search it on TikTok, you'll see like all the girls sharing how they gained weight on this antidepressant. And the antidepressant I'm talking about is Lexapro. So I'm putting it out there because I believed my my psychiatrist, who told me that you don't gain weight on this pill, but you do. And so I regret taking it, because honestly for me, my body image and my history of eating disorders, as all the millennials, I think we all went through it as teenagers in one way or another, like for me it was very triggering for my mental health. So honestly, like I would rather be skinny and anxious than be fat and depressed that I'm fat, you know. So I'm just being honest. So I'm sorry if like this is triggering for anyone, but I'm just like sharing my story, and I gotta be honest and just say it the way it is, okay? So it's unfiltered and it's out there. So yeah, when I saw the video from Mia Sayoko, I was like, oh my god, like maybe this is what I need to try, because at that point I was so desperate. I wasn't able to lose more than 1 kilo or 2 at the time. So I was like going to yoga every day. I was like trying to do my diet, and still nothing was moving. So I showed the video to my husband, and I'm like, you want to do it together, because I don't think I can do it by myself. And he was like, easy, we can do it, easy peasy. So basically, if you don't know what 75 hard is, so the rules are: drink a gallon of water, follow a diet of your choice, no cheat meals or alcohol for the entirety of 75 days, read 10 pages of nonfiction per day, audiobooks excluded. Exercise twice daily for 45 minutes each with one session outdoors. Take a daily progress photo. So on May 30th, we started our challenge. I think from the moment when I found out about that video to the moment we went and started this challenge, it took us like 2 weeks or like 10 days, because we were like, okay, let's just enjoy life for a bit, because 75 days, that's a lot. So my whole summer, really, like, I spent not drinking, not eating, and exercising every day. So this summer did not feel like a vacation at all. Like, also I didn't have a vacation because I was moving in August, so like there was a lot of preparation there, a lot of money spent on moving, so you know, there was no vacation. So in a way, maybe that was a good thing, because maybe if you go on a vacation, you cannot like really go through with it, you won't enjoy it fully. So I think it was great that I did it in the summer, because honestly, I cannot imagine going on a walk. So like, as my outdoor exercise, I was doing 45-minute walk. I cannot imagine doing it when it rains, although there were of course walks with rain. Summer rain is okay, but imagine like if it's winter time or fall time. Like, I think like the time of the year or the climate where you are really matters. But then also the summer heat is a thing, so we only would walk after the sun goes down and it's actually chilly. And I would take my dog Luna to walk with me, so that was like very helpful. But let's just go through everything on its own. Like, I think the hardest for me was not drinking alcohol, because I do like to drink a glass of wine, but it also made me realize that alcohol is not a necessity, and it's actually great not to drink. And I started seeing more and more people who quit alcohol forever, so like sobriety journey. My parents personally quit drinking alcohol like a few years ago, so my husband doesn't drink. So I'm surrounded with people who don't drink, and then I was the only person in my family, for example, to drink alcohol. So it really made me realize that maybe I could go on later like quitting alcohol altogether as well. But like, now that I'm done with the challenge, I do have my occasional glass of wine, but I do feel like it was a palate cleanser where alcohol doesn't like make me feel as hyper as I used to feel. Like, oh, alcohol is just like there to cheer me up, you know. So I think that part is gone, and I want to keep it that way. I don't want to like drink for like some sort of like emotional booster or relief, you know. The easiest part, however, was reading 10 pages of nonfiction, because if you know me, you know I love reading, and so far I read like 27 books this year. So it was, however, challenging that I could go for like only fiction, but now it was very specific that it had to be 10 pages of nonfiction that also like is self-improvement related. And as someone who reads to escape reality, I really like to read fiction. I really like my book to take me to somewhere far away that I've never been, to another time period, to different characters. And fiction is like very, you know, it's like education. So at the end of the day, I like to cozy up and read something cute, but during 75 hard I would have to like go and read something motivational, educational. So I actually want to share with you books that I have read during the challenge. So I was still reading fiction, of course, but non-fiction I had to add to read 10 pages of per day. So I read Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. So it was like kind of my way of cheating the system, because it's like a memoir. It is not fiction, but it is a fun read, you know. It's not like self-help book. So I read that, and then I decided to go for Maybe You Should Talk to Someone, a Therapist, Her Therapist, and Our Lives Revealed by Lori Gottlieb. And I love this book. It is also non-fiction, but it's also like some sort of memoir. So it's not like your self-help book, and I really don't like self-help books. So I was like avoiding them as much as I could. But then my friend gifted me Atomic Habits, and I wanted to read this book for such a long time, so I was really excited to read it. And it's actually a great self-help book. Like, it's really helpful if you're trying to introduce better habits or to beat old habits. You need to read this book, and I feel like everyone already read it either way, but if you haven't, I highly recommend it. It's really good, and I think that like it really went well with the theme of 75 hard. Like, it was really keeping me accountable and making me feel like I am building better habits for myself. And the last one I got to read during the challenge, I got to finish a bit like after the challenge, is A New Earth, Create a Better Life by Eckhart Tolle. So this one is more spiritual, but yet again it is self-development, although it is spiritual. The book that I didn't get to finish and I'm still reading and like I don't like it is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, and everyone talks about this book, and it's not something I would recommend to anyone. I honestly am thinking about DNFing it, but the thing is, I never DNF books. Like, I just can't. I have to finish, I have to know, and then say that it was shit. But I cannot just leave it. Like, I have a hard time doing it. So this book I'm still reading, and hopefully I'll get to finish by the end of the summer. I'm saying this as it is August 30th, you know, so oh my god, it's August 30th and I started this challenge in May. So it's been actually 3 months since I started the challenge. Wow, amazing. So I finished the challenge on August 12th, and I had already reservation made for August 13th because I had this like goal of finishing the challenge and being able to go and eat pizza, which brings me to the diet that I chose. Diet that I chose was basically not eating carbs, low carb diet, high protein diet, also while being a vegetarian. More pescatarian because I do eat fish. I don't like seafood, so that's very specific because a lot of people assume I eat seafood as well. No, if you'll invite me over, please only fish or tofu. I think what was happening before with my diet when I was trying to lose weight for the past like 5 months before starting this challenge is that I would have a cheat meal, and then it would slowly turn into cheat week, cheat month, and then I forget altogether that I'm on a diet. Something that I am struggling with now post 75 hard is like to get back on my diet, because I haven't been eating like anything gluten, carb, you know, for the past 75 days, and these 2 weeks since I finished the challenge I have been letting myself enjoy pizza and like pasta and waffles, because I just moved to Brussels. I had to try a waffle, at least one. So yeah, I'm trying to get back to go on a diet, but we'll talk about it later. So I realized that not having that cheat meal opportunity was amazing for me, and let's talk about losing those kilograms, shall we? So I'll actually reveal something that's quite personal, and I'm not comfortable with it, but I just want to be honest and let it just be out there. So last time I weighed myself before, you know, I started taking antidepressants, I was, and I don't remember exact number, but something around 54, 56 kilograms. And then I know like Americans use different system, and a lot of my viewers happen to be from the US, so I'll have to write how much that is in pounds. But then when I started taking Lexapro 2 years later, I found out that I weigh 68 kilos. So something around 13 kilos more than, you know, before Lexapro. And so when I stopped taking Lexapro 27th of January, I started trying to lose weight, and honestly for weeks it was just something between 67, 68, 67, 68, you know, and I was like literally going through it. So I think reaching that point of hating myself and my body pushed me to just like, when I saw that video, and I think that happened like pretty soon after that, I was like, okay, you know what, I'm so desperate. I am not happy with weighing so much, and I'm not comfortable with my body, and I'm like desperate, I'm gonna try this challenge. And then I saw the video and I was like, okay, let's do it. And so when I started the challenge, I was something around 67, 68. And then I started losing weight very fast. So like a week later I was 67.20, a few days after that 66.90, 66.30. Then somehow on 18th of June, I don't know what I ate, but I was 67.40, you know. And then I would like I started going down. Finally I was like 65, you know, beginning of July was 65.5, then July 2nd 64.90. So seeing already like not 67 but 64 was like very motivating for me. And then finally I got to 63.90 on 13th of July, then 24th of July 63.70, and finally by the end of the challenge I was 62.80. That was like major for me, but honestly I expected to lose by the end of the challenge more than 5 kilos. But I do think it is because a lot of my weight just went away, right, like fat, but then it turned into muscles. So muscles were giving more weight. Because once I stopped with the challenge, I actually, because we were moving and then I got sick, so for the past 2 weeks I wasn't going to yoga, I wasn't exercising at all, and I just weighed myself this morning and I was 61.80, which is less than when I stopped the challenge. But now I'm eating pizza and pasta and I'm not exercising, so that's interesting. But it doesn't mean that I'm like, oh okay, whatever, I'm just gonna eat pizza and pasta now and not exercise. I definitely want to go back to yoga, because doing yoga every day, and yes, I'm saying yoga because it just like I was trying different things. And honestly, before 75 hard, to keep myself entertained, I always go to different like physical activity classes. So whether it's cycling, or if it's pole dancing, or if it's yoga, or if it's gym, like I like to keep it, you know, different. But then if I don't feel like going, I just don't go, right? But with this challenge, every day I have to go. So I soon realized that it works better for me to just stick with one thing, and one thing that was making me feel happier and I started noticing progress was yoga. Like doing it for 75 days every day felt amazing. Like I started noticing the progress I'm making. I started like feeling much stronger, much more flexible. My mobility like got better, all of that. So that's why at some point I stopped going to the gym, because gym makes me feel very, I don't know, it's not for me. I do want to like implement it now like into my everyday life, but it's just, it's so hard. It's so hard because it's like all the man and it's like all the noise, and like yoga vibe, it's just everything is calm, everything is like smells nice. There's like, you know, incense sticks and palo santo. So yoga for me, it's a lifestyle, it's more than just activity. So now that I moved to Brussels, I actually already found one yoga place where I want to go, but I was sick, we were moving, I had my period, so only now I can like next week finally go for my first class and like get back to physical activity. Because that's something that 75 hard did for me, is like showed me how fun being active can be, and that you can actually do it for every day. Like you can, it's fun, and I loved it. I think another thing that was hard but turned into something I really liked was walking every day for 45 minutes. I absolutely hated walking before. I would never hike, I would never like go anywhere. If I can take a tram, I'll take a tram, you know, public transport. If I can take a taxi, let me do it. Like walking, I was just like very lazy, and now having to do it every day for 75 days was such a big change. And I do think it also helped a lot with weight loss, and that's something that I want to bring back. And because my husband was part of this challenge for 60 days, he quit after 60 days, unfortunately, because his work just became a lot, and he was like, I cannot do it all. So he quit, but for those 60 days that we were together, it was our time to reconnect and like talk to each other, and be there for each other, you know, to go through it together. And even when he quit, he would sometimes join me for those 45-minute walks, and when I would get to do them alone with my dog, even I felt like I was reconnecting with my dog. Like I used to hate taking my dog on a walk, so I was like, I hate walking, you know, but having to walk for 45 minutes, like I just knew I have to do it, you know. And I felt like my dog started appreciating me more because I would actually spend time with her outside, and I felt like connection to the world outside. So that's a beautiful realization that I definitely want to continue doing. Like yesterday we went to a park with my husband for 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. So I'm pretty sure, like before I would be struggling just walking for 45 minutes. Now it's just easy peasy, and I actually crave walking. And now that we moved, like I really want to settle in and like finally implement my better habits that I have picked up during 75 hard. So as you can tell, like 75 hard was so hard, but it actually was really great at introducing new better habits. And like I realized that I can survive without eating pizza every day, and I can survive without drinking alcohol, and it actually cleansed my palate to the point where now I question before I like eat something, like about, you know, the value that it brings to my body, and not just like am I gonna get fat or not. So it's a beautiful thing, and I feel like during 75 hard I had such a good reconnection with myself. Like I feel like my whole essence felt that I am doing this for me, not just to look good but to feel good. And I started feeling better, like walking for 45 minutes for 75 days. I started feeling how much healthier I felt, you know. And crazy part is that I didn't get sick once during those 75 days because I was so afraid to get sick and fail this challenge, because that would be the only thing that would make me quit. Because at that point I was like, I'm doing this, you know what. Especially when my husband quit, I was like, no, we only have 2 weeks left, I'm not gonna quit. Now is the time to just like do it. But it was very challenging because you don't get any breaks, you just keep on going. And I saw like online some girls like readjusting it and doing it. I don't believe it. Like either you're doing it 75 hard or you don't. Like there's 75 soft there for a reason. If you don't feel like 75 hard is something you can do, and I'm not trying to be mean, I just feel like that's cheating and that's like not cool. Like people who do 75 hard do it either fully or not, and I feel like doing this like I felt like doing it today but I didn't feel like doing it the next day, then you're not doing 75 hard, you're doing your own thing, and cheers to that. But I think like then what's the point of doing the challenge? That's the whole point of doing this challenge, is not to have any days off, and you just keep on going. And if you don't do one thing from the list, you quit because you couldn't do it. One of the things that was really like I kept forgetting to do, and then like I would wake up, okay, I wouldn't wake up, but I would like go to bed and I'm like, fuck, I didn't take a photo today. So yeah, sometimes I would take my progress photos after like eating, sweating, exercising, taking a shower. So sometimes I would be bloated in those photos, so I don't know how even helpful they were, to be honest, because I was just forgetting about them. But closer to the end, when I started especially noticing that my frame is getting like slimmer, I was like, I need to take a photo, because like now it's becoming interesting. So I'm not gonna show you all of the photos of every day, but I'm just gonna insert photo of day 1 and day 75 so you can actually see the difference. So although in total I lost 6 kilos on this challenge, which I guess it's not like crazy a lot, but I do think you can see on the photos how my frame got slimmer. I definitely want to continue losing weight, because 61 kilograms right now, that's so much better than 68 in the beginning of the year. Don't get me wrong, I'm proud of it, girl. Like you cannot take it away from me. I'm proud of those 7 kilos that I lost. But I definitely want to get to 50 something, because I'm just much more comfortable with that number. And again, it's like the number on the scale doesn't matter, and that's why I wasn't checking for 2 years how much I weigh, and I didn't even realize I was 68. Okay, so I want to know how much I weigh. I want to know because it helps me be, you know, in tune with my body. Because when I was at the doctor's office and she told me that's pretty much overweight, it was painful, and it was also like, how? Because I exercise, I eat healthy, you know, and it was my antidepressants, because they were just not making me lose weight, and actually I kept on gaining more, which probably you have noticed in my past few videos, like over the last like year. Like I can see it. I don't know if you guys could see it, but I'm not happy, I'm not comfortable when I'm overweight, and it's because I was bullied as a teenager for being overweight, you know. So it's it will forever be something that I'm very careful with, and I'm really glad I did 75 hard, because it helped me lose kilograms that I couldn't lose otherwise. So I definitely recommend this to anyone who is struggling with weight loss and cannot lose weight. This is definitely going to make you lose that weight. But also, like, my main motivation was like losing weight, but it is also gonna help you reconnect with your loved ones. Like, honestly, you will feel life in a different way, because you will remove so many bad habits from your life, like drinking and bad eating, binging, you know. Somehow drinking 4 liters pretty much of water, 1 gallon of water is like 3 something liters, was easy for me, because I think I was exercising so much that I was either way dehydrated all the time. So I was drinking, so I have this hydro flask, my water bottle, 1 liter, so I was pretty much drinking 4 of these every day, either way. So for me that was pretty easy, but I've seen some girls sharing that it was too much for them. They had to readjust, and you know, I think you do you, but for me somehow I was lacking those 4 liters. I think with all the exercising that I just definitely, I could do it. So now that it's been 2 weeks since I finished this challenge, and I told you I still lost like 1 more kilo since then, even though I wasn't exercising, I wasn't on a diet for the past 2 weeks, but I still want to get back to very healthy lifestyle. Like, I think I love it. Like, I think it really makes me feel good. Like, it makes me feel like I'm better than everyone. No, but honestly guys, I never was the type of person to love sports. I would always like think that I'm clumsy, that I'm not good. And I think finding that yoga for me works, for example. Like, there is this, it's not sport, but you know, physical activity that I actually excel at, and not compared to others, but compared to me yesterday and me today. Like, that really boosted my confidence in terms of like what I thought of myself, what I can and cannot do, you know. So I think like 75 hard was like eye-opening, that sports can be fun, walking can be fun, being on a diet can be fun, because I had to, like, even when I would go out with friends, I would have to like stick to you know, choices that wouldn't have like bread in them. And I realized like that you can still enjoy food even if you're not eating, you know, all that stuff. So yeah, I think it was like a great moment of self-realization and unlearning bad habits and learning better habits. So I would definitely recommend, if you are feeling stuck in life and with your weight loss, weight gain journey, then definitely try this challenge. I don't think I would have if I didn't have like weight to lose, but I'm so glad I did, because it really ended up being more than just losing weight. It ended up being this whole like philosophy of life being revealed to me, and realizing that I am that girl, I can be that girl, and I would love to be that girl, you know. And I want to continue being that girl who is exercising, who is like eating healthy, who is not drinking. Honestly, I realized that alcohol is really a poison. Like, I still, you know, I'm not gonna say it like I'm quitting forever, but I do think I'm more and more like going towards that direction. But I do like some sweet wine sometimes, you know. But I also understand, especially after this challenge, that it's good to quit alcohol, really. Like, if you did it already, like, I'm proud of you. I really want to get there, like in the next few years. Definitely want to quit alcohol. On the days when I wanted to quit, I had to like inspire myself to continue going by looking up other girls doing it, and somehow I wasn't able to vlog the whole process because I felt like there was already so much going on that like adding one more thing was just not gonna help me at all, but would make me feel suffocated instead. If you have any questions regarding this challenge, leave them in the comments down below. If this video inspired you to try 75 hard, I wish you good luck with it. And if you're currently going through it, you can do it. I did it, so can you. And you just like really need to be kinder to yourself. So I think my only advice to anyone who is going through it or wants to go through it is like to take it day by day. Don't look at it as like, oh my god, I still have 60 days so I can quit today, it doesn't matter. Look at it as like you already went this far. Like 10 days is still a lot, you know, and then, or 15 days, how many you have went through. And it's still a lot, and just take it day by day. Just try to do your best today, because if you quit, that's it, you're a quitter, you know what I mean? So honestly, it's just like take it day by day, like one thing at a time. Like you need to take that photo, go take that photo. You need to go on that walk, go on that walk. Don't think about it all like as this overwhelming thing that you need to do, you know. Just like do it one thing at a time, and you're here to win. So don't even think about quitting. Quitting is not an option. And then also, if 75 hard is too hard for you, you can always try 75 soft, and that's something I actually am thinking maybe next thing I would try 75 soft, because going through 75 hard again anytime soon, I don't think so. But maybe I would do it like next year again, just because, you know, it's fun. I don't know, now that it's far behind, I'm like, it was kind of good. But I just know when I was going through it, I was like, it's not fun. I fucking hated it. But now I'm like, that was fun, that was cool. Would do it again. So I hope this video helped you guys and you learned something new today. That was just my experience. It doesn't mean it will reflect on your experience, or if you're having a different experience, it's also completely fine. We're all having our own unique experiences, even with the same challenge. If you're currently going through it, you can share how it is. It would be great for all of us to unite 75 hard challengers. And yeah, I wish you the best. Good luck with the challenge. And if you just watched it for the fun of it and just to know how I did it, then thank you for watching. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and click that bell to get notified of my new videos. Subscribe, join the family, and leave the comment down below letting me know what you think about this video or this challenge, or if you would do it, or if you're doing it. All of it, let me know. I want to know it all. And I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you. Bye.